Welcome to Lincoln, Nebraska, and a place some of the game's immortals have called home. Johnny the Jet, Frazier, Crouch, Rozier, and many, many more have built this big red legacy as this crowd is ready to cheer on their beloved Cornhuskers. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Clemson Tigers taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Huskers will kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at the 25-yard line, gets it right back to the touchback position, and the offense will take over. Leaves it with the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
That is not good news for this offense, guys. I mean, the defense only brought 3 on that play, and they were still able to get after the quarterback. This O-line has got to play better.
Speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Davidson. Turns it on at midfield. Off to the races. The 20. Inside the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Clemson.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with some flair, a 73-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. He might want another play. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Quick completion on the out route. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The Cornhuskers want to move quickly.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So
there he goes. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. The give to the lone running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. And the Huskers have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw on first down. Thrust that arm out. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
To throw, it's Raiola. He's got the tight end. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play and they pick up a first down.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Making side adjustments here. Just keep slinging it. They're working that left side. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. A great catch and run for 6. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time. But when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Looks like he's going to try to return it. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
Going to swing it on second down. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. He unleashes a long one. Reels it in down the left side. There he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback making checks. Dropping back, it's Rayola. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Huskers want to crank the tempo.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson great on the D-line. You'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a throwback.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
Looking to throw on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Carter. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Offense lining up quickly. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get, let the running back figure it out.
The Cornhuskers are rolling down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's eyes. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. First play of the period, first down here. Quick completion to the right.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's Rayola. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Nebraska. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting showdown in the Pac-12 today, men. Take a look at how things are playing out. Virginia is ahead right now in Charlottesville, but that's not exactly Sean Moore out there dominating this one. We are a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Stanford. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking for a crease. It's Davidson. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Forced out of the pocket. He's going to run it. He's going to be a little bit short of that 1st down marker, and this defense did a tremendous. Not to lose contain on the scramble. The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the 1st down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Caught near the sticks. It's Davis. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The DBs will back off a bit. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
Leaves it with the running back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. And the Huskers racing to the line in a hurry-up. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Pulls it in, it's Parker. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. It'll be third and long. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, fourth and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last fourth down there.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments.
22 water. 22 water.
Off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Caught in the backfield, it's Scott.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
The Huskers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to keep it in the air. Shoots it to the left. Got it!
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Going for 6. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Five wide receivers on 2nd and goal. That's room for the quarterback to run and a lot of receivers for the defense to contend with. To the air, it's Raiola. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
From the 3-yard line, they'll try it again on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Husker! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Back looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Great job of execution in the passing game. QB and his target on the exact same page. The extra point now is going to tie this thing up. And they've got some real momentum here heading in at halftime.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? On the ground, it's on. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Now the play fake. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
The offense changing the play. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Cornhuskers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And they'll get the punt out of there, and it'll be marked down just outside the opponent's 45. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Hunter. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. On the move. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. And the Huskers in the hurry up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Fires to the right. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Using his legs, it's on. And he showed himself to be a regular Spinderella, but not a lot of room to run.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Power football with the run. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Now on 3rd down, this offense has been rolling. Can the defense stand tall? Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Going the other way, and he's got room. The tag. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense putting points on the board.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Using his legs, it's Ives. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. The Huskers want to pick up the tempo.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Wants to throw. It's Raiola. Unloads to the wideout. Zips it out to his man. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Might be changing the route. Looking downfield on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Scott. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Cornhuskers will snap it on 1st and 10.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
To the air on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air on 2nd down. Steps away to find some room. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Wide open downfield.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the 1st.
On 1st down from the 13-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's eyes. Got some room in under the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Trying to pull his way in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Trying to power it in. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
On the option. Now the toss. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The offense trying to find a way on 4th and goal from the 2. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside give. Got the first down and more. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll give it to him again. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
So you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Clemson jumps to the line.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. finds his tight end. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Breaks into the open. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got the back over the middle. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Back to pass. It's Raiola. Throws to the tight end. Tosses it incomplete.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
And back to the air on 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's I.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Ives. Still on his feet at the 45. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Ives. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to throw again. Quarterback on the move, still looking. With the catch, it's Ives. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a 1st down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the 1st down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Quarterback may change this route. Gets the back moving. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Makes the grab. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Finally brought down, but what a play. Not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick 6.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open green, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense, getting downfield and setting up some blocks.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Hand off from the shotgun. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. The defense will use a timeout, and the clock is stopped with 24 seconds left. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Quarterback's just going to take a knee.